Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Certainly one of the most interesting charts at the moment. Continues to rally here in this 5-wave move to the upside. Bear in mind, these can always extend higher. So far at least, we don't have a confirmed top in place, so it can still subdivide higher. Based on the latest high, I have to adjust, or do I have to? No, I don't. I already did that. I did adjust here the working support for wave 2. Yeah, this is now at $21 basically. So as long as we're holding above $21, the focus can be on higher. I think a pullback is due now at some point. Now, bear in mind, these can always extend higher. I did post it on Telegram and Discord that if we really are in a third wave rally, which we would be based on this count, yeah, obviously it assumes here currently the first wave of the third wave, but basically we can get into the third wave rally here very shortly. But it would already be the first wave within the third wave, so it could be very bullish. In these third waves, support can be very shallow. Okay, so we might not even get to the 50% retracement. I can just tell you that, and it might just escalate higher because that's what a third wave is for. It's typically the FOMO wave. It's typically the most bullish wave. So at the moment, I have reasons to assume that we are here in the third wave, but obviously it's subdividing into 5 waves as well, right? And so for now, it's basically working out as assumed. Here we did hold our trend reversal areas here, which is fantastic, and it's subdividing higher. I still have my grid bot running. I'm actually happy if it chops a bit, yeah, because that's what the grid bot likes. I think that is trading all the way up to $30. Let's see. But for now, I assume that a pullback is due here because we start the choppy movements, yeah. And support is now 21 cents. So we can make it very simple and say against 21 cents, we can dollars, we can focus on higher. Now, what are we looking for? So we have here a possible 5-wave move to the upside of the 8th of April low. Now, this 5-wave move to the upside subdivides actually as a nice impulse. No, actually, it was not of that low. It was actually of the 27th of March low. Yeah, a wave 1 to the upside, a wave 2 to the downside, 3, 4, 5. What I cannot rule out is, and that's always the problem in third waves because they can be very bullish, that this third wave is actually still ongoing. That's why I highlighted to you in the previous video, I don't have a confirmed top in place, yeah. And I did post it on Telegram and Discord earlier this week that if we get into these third wave rallies, it often makes more sense to work with the support areas instead of trying to figure out the most detailed Elliott wave count of every pullback, because in a third wave, especially in the heart of a third wave, the bullishness just carries on, okay? So that means if we really are in the heart of a third wave, you might get these weird extensions of a third wave. So if we don't get these stronger pullbacks, we just extend higher in the subwaves. So again, no confirmed top in place at this stage, which is why I try to update this more regularly now, right? Because the problem in these third waves is that a lot of people tend to take profits too early. Now, I will not tell you when to take profits because that's entirely up to you, but I just highlight from experience that in third waves, people take profits too early typically. So yeah, this can of course subdivide higher. I mean, it looks like an ending diagonal that's unfolding here, but what I don't know is if this is the 5th wave of the first wave, or if we just subdivide higher and we might still be in this third wave. That's why I said to you on Telegram and Discord a few days ago that in third wave rallies, it often makes more sense to just work with the working support to figure out when we are basically invalidating the pattern or when further upside gets very unlikely. At the moment, I think a pullback is due. It would be ideal. But then again, when it's very bullish, it just pushes through and you sometimes get very, very shallow corrections. If we get a wave 2 correction now, we're looking actually at, first of all, it needs to break below the trend line. So that would be the first signal. And then it could just be something like that, an ABC correction. And typically you would expect the 50% retracement to work out, yeah, as a minimum for a wave 2. But again, you know, we've seen it on the Bitcoin chart in the last few days and weeks that these pullbacks were very shallow in wave 2. So that's part of the, you know, these pullbacks tell you a lot about the quality of the market. And if you get very shallow pullbacks, it's a very bullish market typically. A lot of people don't see that. A lot of people don't recognize that at the moment and acknowledge that. But it is what it is, right? And that's why we use the support levels. Of course, they can break, but then we have that clear objective level where we can say, okay, now probabilities are shifting. In such a wave 2, you would typically expect price to come back to the previous wave 4 low. it is at least a level to watch. That would be at 22.30, but really generally it could be anywhere in this area. Very often you see the golden ratio at $22 in this case. But for now, upside can continue. I'm not telling you that we have already the top. I mean, since the last video, even we rallied a little bit higher. But that's why I acknowledged to, or explained to you, we don't have a confirmed top in place yet. I think we need to look at it, but when it happens, but when we break out of the structure to the downside, that is probably a good signal that we are coming down. We're in this ascending wedge at the moment, heading into an apex here, a breakout to the upside. And it doesn't often happen that you get a breakout to the upside of these patterns. If it happens, it has very, very strong bullish implications. But for now, I would assume, just based on probabilities, you would see a pullback to the downside. However, don't mistake that for something bearish. It would just be a pullback in a larger, let's say, upside scenario. Yeah, only below $21, I would change my view. So the latest working support that we can have here, yeah, for further upside is $21. Until yesterday, I think, or the day before, it was $19.85. But now that we've broken out, it is $21. That's how we lift working support up and up and up. Yeah, in these trend reversal areas. So if the price comes into it, ideally it's turning around here. And as long as it's holding $21, we can focus on higher. All right, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.